If you were to ask anyone about the tale of Orpheus and Eurydice, a few words would appear. Star-crossed lovers, the torment of a god, a liar, perhaps even a rattlesnake. They would be correct. But for some, the words are different. Jazz, a red flower, a cycle of hope. This would be the influence of Anais Mitchell. In Hadestown, the ancient story of Orpheus and Eurydice becomes something new. Instead of focusing on what happens, as many versions do, Mitchell asks why it happens and what it reveals about us. Rather than a world that feels cold and unfair, Hadestown uses myth, music, and politics to become a song about hope, about power, and about finding your voice. This video is about how Hadestown retells an old myth for a new generation, and how it speaks to young people, including you, about protest, doubt, and choosing to sing again. Myths are living artifacts. They're pillars of the old world that keep morphing to fit our own. Greek poets like Ovid and Virgil once told the story to explore grief, art, and devotion. Today, those ancient versions sit next to modern retellings in books, films, Wikipedia pages, and even music. Myths never stay still, and Hadestown is a perfect example of that. This is exactly what Anais Mitchell does. Hadestown is a dystopian folk jazz musical that erupted into Broadway in 2019. Mitchell doesn't simply repeat the myth. She reframes it for the world shaped by climate anxiety, inequality, and the pressure placed on young people. Orpheus and Eurydice are coded as young adults. They're dreamers who are still trying to understand themselves and the world they're entering. Their story feels familiar, not because of what happens, but because of the choices they face: hope or fear, love or survival, trust or doubt. The musical keeps the myth's core, the journey, the loss, the turning, but transforms what it means. When Orpheus falls silent at the end, it isn't just tragedy. It's a question aimed at us. Will we sing the song again? In myths, heroes fight with swords. In Hadestown, they fight with words. Voice becomes more than music. It's an agency, it's a way to push back. Hermes opens the show with reminding us that it's an old song, an old tale from way back when, and closes by insisting we begin it again. This circular storytelling, or ring composition, mirrors how myths survive. They are retold, they are reshaped, and they are repeated. Hermes isn't just a narrator. He's the keeper of the story, a reminder that telling a tale is an act of power. Orpheus's voice becomes hope itself. He isn't strong, he isn't wealthy, he has no weapons, but he does have a song, one he believes can change the world. When his music makes a red flower bloom, Mitchell shows us the symbolic power of art. His voice imagines a world with no hunger, no cold, no wars. Ideas young people today understand immediately, because you're growing up inside the consequences of such things. Our heroine, Eurydice, traditionally silent, finally gains a voice. Mitchell gives her this voice to the parts of the story ancient writers left out. Her fear, her hunger, her exhaustion. Her song make her human, and not just a symbol of Orpheus's love. And when the two of them sing in All I've Ever Known, they recognise each other across countless retellings. Mitchell reminds us that myths echo. They speak across time. Their voices echo against the backdrop of the world, against our world, pulling on the emotional strings that make us reflect on our own choices too. Hades in this retelling is not just a god, of the underworld. He is this ruler of an industrial empire.
How does the wall keep us free, my children, my children? How does the wall keep us free?
His underworld is an electric city, a factory-powered world of endless labour. Why we build the wall feels uncomfortably familiar. The enemy is poverty, and this wall keeps out our enemy. We build the wall to keep us free. Free from what exactly? This forced division allows those in power to remain powerful. In this moment, Hadestown transforms from myth to a political allegory. It speaks of walls our world has built, borders, inequalities, and systems designed to keep certain people powerless. But back to our songbird. Eurydice's choice to go way down Hadestown is not a mistake. It's a mirror. Her rejection of Orpheus' idealism because he's desperately working on a song and just forgets about her becomes a feminist survival choice, and especially in a capitalist world. It makes us ask, why should anyone choose between love and survival? And who gets the right to have their voices heard? If the politics of Hadestown is about power, then the protest is about persistence. This isn't a story about violence, it's about voice. Orpheus sings through darkness, and his voice becomes a call to believe that another world is possible. Patrick Logan argues that Mitchell's Hadestown, the world of her play, does not end, but capitalism does. Orpheus frees the workers. Hades agrees to try again, and suddenly it feels possible for us, as the audience, to imagine the new ways of living. This musical takes personal grief and makes us all feel it, even when Orpheus fails, and he turns around and loses Eurydice forever. The music never stops. Because it cannot. Hermes reminds us we sing it again, the line becoming resistance. To sing the song again, knowing how it ends, and still wanting to refuse despair, is protest silence, a belief in hope that should resonate in the heart of every single one of you. In our world that has fallen to climate change, political disparity is prominent as ever, inequality is particularly visible. Hadestown reminds us that our voices still matter. Most myths end with learning, or with a world changed for good. Hadestown offers no such comfort. It offers continuity. Each night, the actors prepare themselves again. The stage is reset. The musicians take their places. The story begins again. This cyclical structure mirrors the myth itself, Orpheus' endless song. The seasons turning, life and death repeating. It trusts you to sit with failure and to understand that trying again is meaningful. So incredibly meaningful. And so, the myth of Orpheus and Eurydice has been retold for more than 2,000 years. Every time it returns, it changes. Not because the story is broken, but because we are still changing. Myths survive because they grow with us. They show each generation what it fears, what it loves, and what hope might still be possible. Hadestown does exactly that. It doesn't rewrite ancient tales so much as to talk back to it. Where Ovid and Virgil wrote the danger of looking back, Mitchell asks what happens when doubt creeps in and it becomes far louder than lovers. Where the old poets warned against disobedience, Hadestown questions power, inequality, and the cost of staying silent. For young people, for all of us, growing up in a world shaped by climate crisis, political division and uncertainty, Hadestown doesn't offer an easy answer. It offers courage. It tells us that trying again matters, that your voice counts even when you feel small, that hope isn't something you wait for, it's something you practice. And so, the show ends the only way it can, the candle relit, the band begins to play, and Orpheus walks on stage once more. Not because the ending will change, but because the act of singing, the act of trying, keeps the story alive.